So let me get this straight. Hollywood spent the last decade telling you you'll own nothing, like nothing, and clap for the slop. And now AI shows up, generates a hyper-realistic Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt rooftop brawl in seconds, and Hollywood reacts like it just discovered fire and immediately tried to copyright the sun. Because apparently the only thing more terrifying than a deepfake is a deepfake that looks better lit than most Netflix originals. And yes, this is the part where the industry that gave us "we fixed it in post" is now screaming, "Stop the machines!" Welcome to the future. It's messy, it's hilarious, and it's making studio executives sweat through $1,000 hoodies. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to The Critical Nerd. If you're a returning subscriber, I humbly say thank you. Thank you for your support over the last couple of years. And you already know the rules. Keep your expectations low and your receipts high. And if you're new here, welcome. Stick around. Check this video out. Check out some of my other videos. Because you arrived just in time to watch Hollywood try to put AI back in the box after they spent years outsourcing everything else to save money. Quick favor too, if you would, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, because if AI can generate a Tom Cruise fight scene in 15 seconds, YouTube can definitely bury my uploads in 14. So here's the deal. Seedance 2.0 is the new AI video generator coming out of ByteDance territory. Yes, that ByteDance, the TikTok mothership. And the viral moment? An AI-generated rooftop fight featuring Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Not two guys who resemble them, not inspired by, not parody. No, this was the kind of clip where your brain goes, wait, what? Did Tom Cruise actually do another stunt without a permit on a Tuesday? The real jump scare wasn't just the faces. It was the cinematic grammar, multiple angles, cutaways, impact and weight, environmental damage, sound design, music vibes, and just enough realism to make your aunt on Facebook share it as "breaking Hollywood fight leaked." Hollywood's entire business model is based on gatekeeping the tools. If the tools become a text box, that's not disruption. That's an extinction level event for the gate. Here's why the suits and unions are acting like they just saw the asteroid coming. First, likeness and voice equals money. Actors aren't just actors anymore. They're brands, they're products, they're licensing deals with cheekbones. If anyone can generate your face and voice doing anything, then your image stops being your asset and becomes public clay. Second is consent. Hollywood's screaming consent now, which is interesting because historically Hollywood has treated consent like a terms of service pop-up. But in this case, yeah, consent matters because the clip proves how easy it is to create believable scenes featuring real people without permission. Third, you've got liability. If an AI-generated clip makes a celebrity say something insane, who gets sued? The creator? The platform? The model maker? The guy who retweeted it with, lol? Hollywood doesn't fear AI because it's immoral. Hollywood fears AI because it's uninsured. And fourth, the two-line prompt problem. If this quality is possible with a simple prompt today, then in 6 months it's going to be generate an entire movie in IMAX starring me, my ex, and a lightsaber. And the scarier part? People will watch it. Not because it's art, but because Hollywood has trained the audience to accept content instead of craft. So what happens the moment Hollywood realizes this isn't a toy? They reach for this sacred weapon of the industry, the cease and desist letter. And not just one, we're talking major studios and industry orgs coming out like, okay, this is too much fun, shut it down. The argument is basically, the model is enabling mass infringement. It's spitting out copyrighted characters and styles like free clip art. And it's using faces and likenesses like their stock footage. In other words, Hollywood saw the genie, and instead of wishing for better writers, they wished for more lawyers. Because let's be honest, Hollywood's not mad that piracy exists. Hollywood's mad piracy might finally get better UI than their streaming apps. And here's the awkward part nobody wants to say out loud. If the ecosystem is operating outside US legal pressure, Hollywood's leverage gets, well, complicated. Because Hollywood's normal playbook is threaten lawsuit, force settlement, control distribution, monetize the tech later. But this time, the tech isn't some tiny startup in Silicon Valley with a PR team and a venture capitalist to appease. This is a much bigger machine. And that's why you're seeing this scramble to push safeguards, filters, and limitations. I'm going to translate this for you folks in the back. They don't want it stopped. They want it licensed. They want it metered. They want it paywalled. They want AI Tom Cruise to be available, but only after you subscribe to Disney Plus Ultra Pro Max AI for $29.99 a month. And here's the punchline. I don't want AI movies. I think a lot of it feels soulless. But the problem is Hollywood has been cranking out so much soulless garbage that people look at AI and go, honestly? Same vibe? Cheaper? Hollywood spent years making franchises feel like HR training videos, lecturing the audience, replacing storytelling with messaging, and acting shocked when people stopped caring. Then AI shows up and says, want a fan-made Star Wars movie? Want an alternate ending? Want the version of the story you actually wanted? And the audience goes, kinda, yeah. Hollywood didn't create demand for AI. Hollywood created demand for anything else. So here's what I think happens next. More legal threats and pressure campaigns. More safeguards announced, some real, some PR. Studios push for licensing frameworks where AI can use IP, but only if the studios get paid. Unions demand ironclad consent and compensation for likenesses and voice replication. Meanwhile, creators and fans keep generating clips faster than the lawsuits can print paper. And the end game? Hollywood will try to turn this into the thing they always turn everything into. A controlled distribution pipe where the audience pays more or less with ads. So let me know in the comments. Are you excited by this tech because it frees creators? Or terrified because it's going to flood the internet with indistinguishable fake reality? Because one thing is clear. Hollywood isn't mad because Seedance is dangerous. Hollywood is mad because Seedance might finally do what they refuse to do. Compete for the audience. If you would like, subscribe, share this with a friend who still thinks deepfake is a new kind of TikTok dance. That's it for the Critical Nerd. Keep your expectations low and your receipts high, and I will see you later.